Oh my god. They never tell you, like, how hard it is to do stuff. You know? I've been working hard. It's fucking 2 in the morning. I've been working all fucking day on this shit. And you wanna know what I did today? I have a title card, and then the please wait lever, and chunk loads because fuck this shitty ass game. And a clear weather button was from a while ago, but yeah. Oh, and also welcome message. There we go. Yeah. That doesn't play on the first join, so if I delete player data, that won't play. But my solution for that is going to be when everybody's first joining the server, they're going to be waiting for a while. The chat is only visible to operators, and I plan on de-opping myself for start a stream because I trust Fury and Mycos to be the admins for this one. So this will be running. Turn this off, it stops running. I wanted to add like an animation so that it would like fade out when it turned off, but listen, it was hard enough getting this set up to begin with because I have so many title cards. So here's the main title card that took me 12 hours worth of fucking work. 12 hours of work to get this fucking working. It wasn't even that hard for the actual title part itself. It's just the this part where it does the welcome message again. That took ages, and as you read in chat and can assume by the repeaters there, I set up a fucking repeater chain to time out the delay between the first title executing and then the second title executing. Except the problem with that was I can't just execute it because I need to execute titles. I need all three, like I need 3 blocks. So this just goes out and then changes the join value or the leave value to 1, which triggers the join title if this loads. I think I just crashed. Either I crashed or the server crashed. God fucking damn it. I just wanted to show shit off. Oh. I won't lie. Oh god, it timed out. What do you mean it timed out? What do you mean it timed out? Okay, well, that does just kind of happen sometimes. But anyways, that welcome message is the same thing. I just hooked into it, so this sends out a redstone pulse that after this title card ends, reaches a command block that tells it to set the leave value to 1, which is what cycles through it again. This is a chunk, like a forced chunk loader. I had to get a different mod to add to it because apparently there's no fucking built-in way in 1.12.2 to do it, even with Forge. I had to get a mod dedicated to it, which honestly wasn't that bad. This mod just works. It's called like chicken loaders or chicken chunks or something. It's a pretty good mod, all things considered. The issue is these had a crafting recipe that was like really cheap, so I had to disable the crafting recipe, which isn't hard because it's a mod pack. I just had to write up some Zen scripts, so this is cleared out now. One big issue with all this this isn't vanilla RL craft. Like the chunk loading and a lot of the command block stuff isn't vanilla and doesn't work properly in vanilla RL craft. So I'm gonna have to package my own version of RL craft for DeathSim Season 4, which is a fucking nightmare. And I hate it, and I don't want to do that because there's no way this is gonna work properly. So have I mentioned I haven't even done that yet? I hate command blocks. I've spent so much time like tinkering around with like why is it when look for a specific thing that it's like nah, three equals 2. Like for example, scoreboard list or players list, and then if I do at A for a selector, right? And then I do score underscore let leave. Now, theoretically, I should just be able to check for any player with a score of 3, right? But you'll notice I checked if a player, if like this is only supposed to show players that have a score of 3, score leave equals 3, but that it's actively showing me a player with a score of 2. So it shows in the command being executed that the leave value is 2, yet evaluates 2 equals 3 to true. If I set this to 1, it doesn't find anything because it works properly. If I set this to 9, it works properly. If I set this to 2, it works properly, obviously, because my leave is 2. If I set this to 0, it finds nothing. So then I'm like, oh, so this equal sign might as well be like a greater than value, you know, like as long as it's greater than or this value or whatever. I don't fucking know. I don't know why it works arbitrarily with 3. Like everything above, like anything less than, I don't fucking know. It's fucking weird the way it works. So I started having to specify min 3, and then now you'll notice, hey, it works properly. But if I set this to like a minimum of 2, it executes, and obviously min 1's also going to execute. But if I did like max 1, then it wouldn't execute. So like I have to use min max stuff, which is fucking atrocious, and I hate it. But here's the funny thing. If I use min and max, I can no longer use it in a repeating command block. I have to set up repeating command blocks with a lever because they will stop executing. Like the command block will just randomly stop executing, even if it's repeating and sent to always on. Like in this case, it's needs redstone, but like to get the join thing working, I had to set it up to needs redstone and hook it up to a lever that's set to on. Because if I do it any other way, it just won't fucking run the command block for some stupid fuck off reason. And I'm sure that like a lot of people are gonna be screaming in the back, like, why didn't you just write a plugin? Just make a plugin. Just write a plugin. And then what, huh? I write a plugin, right, that does exactly 4 things, most of which are doable via in-game command blocks, or at least should be doable via in-game command blocks. And then I have a plugin that I can't use fucking anyways because it's fucking RLCraft and plugins don't work properly 90% of the time. What am I gonna do? Use Sponge? That's not officially supported. Like I would have to make my own mod, and fuck that. I'm not making a dedicated mod for a server that's gonna be running for maybe 6 months before people get bored and move on, right? Like, that's assuming that DeathSim Season 4 lasts more than a month, which I'm gonna be honest, like, I hope it lasts more than a month, but our previous, like, DeathSim seasons have proven to me that it's probably not gonna last that long, though I am putting a substantial amount of more effort into making it interesting, with the choosing your race and stuff, and being able to spin the wheel to get a new origin and stuff. But like, it just sucks. Like I'm having to put so much effort into doing basic fuck off tasks because this shitty ass version of Minecraft doesn't fucking work properly. Like, this is the story of my fucking life, right? Because I've worked on The Great Silence, which is a mod pack I've been working on for like 2 years now at this point. And I'm used to the bullshit at this point. Like I put aside like a whole fucking day so I can get this shit working. But like it drives me up the wall when I'm sitting there trying to do a basic thing, and then I find a situation where it just arbitrarily decides shit like 2 equals 3 evaluates to true. Why? Why if 2 equals 3 true? What? What do you mean 2 equals 3 is true? It's it's implicitly false. This is the shit we have to deal with. This is fucking Minecraft. That's just how Minecraft works. People wonder why Minecraft is so shittily optimized back in the day, and like, really, anybody who has any experience with any kind of development of Minecraft, whether it be the basic shit I'm doing here with command blocks, except I wouldn't call it basic considering I end up having to do fucking decompiling of mods to figure out what fucking execution order is occurring so I could figure out how the fuck I need to set up these goddamn command blocks to bypass whatever other bullshit was happening. Like, for example, having to set up the needs redstone and then just leaving the lever for it on because for whatever reason changing the value from just comparing the player score value to minimum or maximum means it won't execute properly and it won't repeat on the command block because it'll fail. Even though it'll consider the other type of execution, like a successful execution, enough the command block will keep going. Uh, the min and max values, I guess, just don't, because why are you asking questions? You want it to make sense? You want it to work properly? Fuck you. Suffice to say, I'm excited for DeathSim Season 4. I'm really fucking excited. But also, like, oh god, the amount of pain. The amount of pain that goes into setting up this room. I have, like, fucking, I think 63 repeaters to get the timing correct for this. I shouldn't have to use redstone. This is 1.12.2. Theoretically, you would think that somebody at Mojang would have at this point thought, maybe command blocks should have like a delay function so that they can execute like after another command, because you know or at least like a way for me to go, oh, wait for this to finish executing, because I could just have a command block up here that just says, like, another chain command block that just says, oh, execute this thing once this part of the chain is done executing. But there's no way for me to tell if this thing is done executing other than just using a fucking redstone timer, which is so horribly imperformant because just having it wait, like, built into the game engine is a hell of a lot more fucking optimized than game entity, game entity, game entity. Like, each of these is a fucking game entity that has to be iterated through. Like, it doesn't matter how fucking optimized redstone is. It doesn't fucking work like that. Because each of those are still tile entities that are taking up RAM, and, you know, precious, precious fucking cache space because it has to execute them in a specific order. And then because the way Java is, these are all fucking adding up over time, even if it's referencing the same object, right? It's not, it's just horribly inperformant when realistically, what is however many fucking lines of execution are occurring from just this line of redstone could all be solved by just telling a CPU thread to fucking wait for 20 ticks. Or alternatively, just waiting for this command to finish. Like at the end of this command, have the other thing. But I can't do that because if I do that, it executes the moment this command executes. It executes in a pulse. It doesn't wait for any individual part to finish executing, and there's no way for me to do that. Because that would be reasonable. That would be a normal thing for you to do. I'm starting to understand why there was like such a weird elitism problem among Minecraft modders for a long time because honestly, it takes like a level of insanity to be able to just push through all this. You have to build up kind of like an ego just to have the ability to push through the bullshit here. And I can imagine that once you learn like how to read what is and isn't going to be a problem to the point where you can sit down, go, I want to do X thing, and then actually unironically just make it work. Yeah, no, I feel like because of the amount of fucking effort you have to put into basic things, that being able to just throw shit together would probably give anyone a goddamn ego. I'm gonna be honest, I kind of understand it now. But also just because, like, I'm so drained. I don't even want to bother making, like, forum posts. Because I could make forum posts to help people in the future, or just even myself in the future. But, like, where am I gonna post it? Like, the most of the forums I end up going to are unrelated to what I was trying to do specifically most of the time, because I have to pool together documentation from, like, each individual mod or any possible interactions that could be occurring. At one point, I ended up stumbling across documentation for, like, version 1.1, I think, back in fucking 2013 or 2012, 2013. I was scrolling through the OG Minecraft forums and found something about timing out redstone stuff because command blocks didn't have built-in timers as a function. Like I would look up command block delay, and the first things that would come up are like, oh, there's just a slash delay thing, and then you can execute the command afterwards after telling it how long you want it to wait. That was introduced in 1.21.1. The feature request for that was made in 2013, or at least I saw a feature request that was still like accessible nowadays in from 2013. It took them like 8 years to get a basic feature in. I don't even know when 1.21 came out. I don't even know, honestly, at this point. Either way, it took way longer than reasonable for them to add a basic feature to command blocks that would just have simplified so many projects, including this one. Um, and like this, there's obviously you can't go back and like retroactively change older versions of the game, right? But again, it's just something that should have been solved back then. It's ridiculous that it wasn't, and kind of absurdly frustrating that it wasn't. Because while it doesn't impact people who play the vanilla game, anyone who wants to do something cool has to work around the game. And like, there's a reason why almost every mod pack developer, including myself, uses more and more recent Minecraft versions, because like modern Minecraft versions are just easier to work with because Mojang has recently decided to start caring about user generated content more and actually properly supporting it and implementing features that mod developers have been begging for well over a decade now, which makes life so much easier and the development process more streamlined and not beating my head against the brick wall of why does 2 equal 3 and then not even being able to fix the 2 equals 3 problem and instead having to just work around it, and then my workaround needs a workaround to even function because uh I don't even know I'm recording this anymore. I don't even know where I'm gonna post this. Probably gonna post this to fucking Twitter. My shitty ass 20-minute rant about random bullshit. I'm going to fuck to sleep.